Hello, Aquarius. This is going to be your general reading for the month of July 2018 for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. I'm going to do an 11-card Celtic cross spread. And so I am shuffling. I have to kind of get up close to the camera so that you can hear me properly. There's a lot of background noise. It's been raining and the traffic on the street outside is going through the rain puddles. Okay. Aquarius, Aquarius. This is for the highest best good for Aquarius for the remainder of July. Sorry, this is so late. I am going to be putting out next month's videos right away. And so you should have them all up by August 1st so that you won't have to wait or have half the month go through before you actually hear about it. So I'm doing a reading marathon today. Sorry if I'm a little quiet. I think my energy got really high for a minute there with the rainstorm and the thunder, and now it's starting to wane a little bit. Not that I'm not going to do a good reading for you guys. I just am feeling a little quiet. So I'm sure you'll be fine with that. You guys are so telepathic that I almost feel like I need to be quiet in order to pick up on whatever it is that you're sending me. On what you want to hear about. Woo! Yeah, you guys are sending me messages, aren't you? As soon as I said that. Maybe as an experiment to see if I would pick up on it. You guys are the experimenters or the inventors, mad scientists. You kooky, crazy geniuses. In Western astrology, I'm actually a Leo, and so your energy is my opposite. Even in my Vedic chart, I have 3 planets, which is, in my Vedic chart, I have Mercury, Mars, and Venus all in Leo. So I feel very closely attuned to your energy. You are my other half, after all. And also my Scorpio moon's in the 11th Aquarian house, so I carry quite a bit of Aquarian energy myself. I am a little bit kooky myself. I do have Uranus on my north node. So this should go pretty easily, I'm thinking. Okay, I'm going to start to pick the cards now. Ooh. Okay. Oh. Being on a hardwood floor for hours definitely takes its toll on your legs. Okay. The necklace around my neck is an ammonite, by the way. It's a fossil of an ancient snail that's millions of years old. Okay, I'm going to pick one clarifier and then I'll get going. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I can make sense out of this for you. I'm going to try to read as many different versions of this as I can, considering there may be a lot of people watching this that are all totally different individuals from each other, even though you all carry Aquarius energy. So, your first card, which is your central experience for July, is the Emperor. Your countering experience or challenge to that is the Knight of Pentacles. I had to pick two cards for this position because there are two different forms it can take. One is what's helping you or hindering you. So I am guessing that this is hindering you, the Five of Cups. And this is what's helping you, which is a really good card to be helping you, is the Six of Wands. At your core, I may pick another card to go with this as well, is the Three of Cups. In your recent past is the Ace of Swords. Your best possible outcome is another three, the Three of Wands. A lot of people have been getting this. Your near future is the Chariot. Right now, you are the Ace of Wands. In your surroundings is the Two of Pentacles. Your hopes and fears. I'm guessing this is a hope. Is the Nine of Wands. Your general outcome is the Eight of Pentacles. I actually pulled a clarifier for that to help me explain it a little bit better. and I got the High Priestess. Okay. Because you guys are so free thinking and open-minded, I feel free to interpret this the way that I want to, or to not doubt my own abilities. So we'll just get going. I may pull a clarifier for your central experience just because it's so general almost. Okay. All right. So, your central experience for July, or the rest of July, considering you only have 2 weeks left, is the Emperor, which is stability, structure, the cement that holds everything together. Things, creating things that are long-lasting, creating stability. Also, sitting on your throne in total possession of everything that you have worked hard to create and manifest. Your clarifier for that is the Ace of Pentacles, which leads me to believe that you are about to start or embark on a whole new journey of manifestation, whether it's a home, a business, a relationship, something that you have been getting ready to plant for a long time, I'm getting. And not only that, you may have not fully planted this seed yet because you were working on strategies and the mechanics of what you are trying to build first before you start to build it, which is a good way of looking at it. This almost seems Capricornian to me. I'm surprised. But you guys are co-ruled by Saturn, which rules Capricorn, so this does make sense. Seems like you want whatever this is to last a long time. You want it to finally work out. Perhaps you have had structures in the past that did not work out, and you've learned through trial and error. And so now you're not fooling around. You really want this thing, whatever it is. You really want it to be solid and long-lasting, because I'm getting that perhaps what you thought was long-lasting didn't end up to be that way. And so if you are going to pour your energy, time, and resources into something again, you need it to work out. In which case, you are doing everything in your power to make sure that you have a solid, concrete plan, strategy, and blueprint almost of what you are planning on planting. And because you are putting so much energy and work into this, I am happy to tell you that it is most likely 99.9% going to last and going to be fruitful and continue to create stability for you. Very interesting, you guys. Okay. What is hindering you, or what is your challenge, is patience. Perhaps you have been thinking about doing this for so long that now you are coming so close to planting time. You really need it to grow fast, or you want it to grow fast, because so much planning has taken so much time already to get to where you are now that you're feeling impatient. But your challenge is, I believe, my intuition is telling me that if you can just hold out a little while longer and continue to be patient and slowly, steadily continue to cultivate the seed, You will reap the best rewards from this rather than rushing it once you plant the seed. Just because you have a well thought out plan and just because you have made it almost impossible for this thing to crumble, you can't give up that process now. You have to continue to take this a little bit slowly. But I'm seeing the seed as being planted and continuing to grow slowly but surely until you come up with a fruitful harvest, long-term harvest. This may also be saying that your challenge is having help with this. Perhaps you have poured so much of your energy into this new thing that you've run out of energy, or maybe not run out of energy, but you're kind of over this role. Now you kind of want other people to help you take it over and help with the process of upkeep. Perhaps you've been needing help or reaching out for help, but it's slow in coming or finding the right help. So what's hindering you is disappointment from the past, or losses, or even grief or sadness to a certain degree. You still have some cups standing. If you look at the picture, not all is lost, but more than half of it is lost. It is an odd number after all. It's one or the other, right? You either have more left standing or more spilled, since it's a 5. This is emotional conflict. This can be internal emotional conflict or external emotional conflict. This is what's hindering you, is hanging on to the feeling of that it can't be recovered to the original state that it was. But it's really up to you on whether you choose to keep what you still have standing or not. If you do choose to keep what you still have standing, instead of focusing on the losses, you have to focus on what you have still standing. If you look at the picture, she's mainly focusing on the 3 that she has lost. The 2 that she still has standing are behind her, and she's not even looking at them or acknowledging them. And so it's really up to you. If you decide to keep this situation, you're going to have to focus on what's still standing and cultivate what is still standing and allow that to possibly grow into more cups. If you have lost enough trust to the point where you distrust the situation, you may need to let it go completely, where you are no longer focusing on what you have lost. Instead, you can start over. It's your choice. But what's hindering you is to focus on what you've lost. It's already lost. There's nothing to be done about it now. So let it go. What is helping you is the 6 of Wands, which is victory and success. This is guaranteed success as long as you take the action steps, as long as you keep on going towards your goals and remaining positive. You are 99.9 assured success. Earlier when I was picking this card, I actually got the Knight of Cups upside down that popped out, but I put it back in because honestly I'm really sick of seeing the Knight of Cups. He's come out in every single reading this month practically, I think, except for one sign that didn't get him. But I'm kind of feeling that there was some kind of a love situation or an opening of your own heart chakra that started to happen, but because of emotional losses, you thought it was completely gone. But something in this is telling me to tell you that it is not completely gone. There are still some things standing in the situation. And it's up to you whether you fully just let it go and let it be, or you decide to go with what is still standing. Not all is lost. If you decide to focus on what makes you happy or what your goals are ultimately, you are assured success. This is one of the best cards you could possibly get, honestly. So, at your root or core of your being, is the Three of Cups, which is deep friendships, alliances, companions, spirit companions, soul family, reasons to celebrate, feeling fortunate, feeling emotionally supported by the people around you, by your closest ties. You are not alone. You're not an alien. You are loved. You are appreciated. And not only that, you have a good sense of community. You do have people that understand you. I want to pull another clarifier to go with this because I almost feel like there's another message in here. There's a particular person in your life that is very warm, caring, and supportive, that cares for you quite a bit. And it's important for you to acknowledge this person and honor this person for everything that they have given you. And I'm getting on a spiritual level as well as a physical or emotional level. I feel like this person has almost taken on a role of being a guardian of yours of sorts. This is an Aries queen. Doesn't have to be an Aries person. It's just a person who shows Aryan qualities, which is things like independence, motivation, passion, creativity, leadership skills. Someone who wants to see you do really well. Someone who wants to see you value what you have. And this person is acting as a guide for you at this time. This person is a really true friend. Someone who wants to see you do your best. And aside from it being an actual person in your life, this can also be an aspect of yourself. You may be attracting at this time new friends that empower each other, that uplift each other, and respect each other's power. And not only that, encourage each other to be empowered, which is wonderful. Also, who's very protective. Friends that are very protective of you. And you're protective of them as well. Interesting. Okay. In your recent past, you have the Ace of Swords, which may possibly have to do with making up your mind about something or just seeing things more clearly than before. Recently, your eyes have been opened. You've possibly been blind to certain aspects of things going on in your life, and just recently you perhaps had an aha moment where things made a lot more sense than they were before. Or some kind of truth became apparent to you. And also you perhaps maybe have been trying to cultivate new ways of communicating where you're really being truly honest with others. Not that you were, being dishonest. Perhaps you didn't even really know what you thought. And now that you do know what you think, or you've perceived certain things, you have been reaching out, trying to communicate with people. You may have also received some kind of a breakthrough message that lets you know it's okay to move forward, or it's okay to start something new in your life. Whether it's a new plan, a new idea, a new strategy, or just new powers of communication and observation. Perhaps even writing something, writing a book, or coming up with a new way of looking at things that you could put down for other people to study. I don't know if that makes any sense. So your best possible outcome is the Three of Wands, which is prospects for future ventures, future activities, future travels, places you want to go, things you want to do. You're waiting for some kind of a response, and it should come to you soon. And the response is going to be positive. You're finally going to see some movement happen and some expansion happen with things that you have already put effort into. But you've been waiting for something, perhaps some kind of a message, or someone is coming to visit you and you're waiting for them to arrive, or you're wanting to go visit someone else. But this is your best possible outcome, is for growth of action. That things are no longer going to be at a standstill. There's movement now. Things are happening. You may be moving. Your near future is the Chariot, which again leads me to believe you may be traveling or moving or thinking about where you would like to go from here and how to go about taking yourself there. This is listening to your intuition in order to receive visions of what truly matters to you and what you would like to move towards, and actively move towards it, where your two sides of your brain, your intuition and your logic, are finally working together. If they weren't working together in the past, or you were feeling conflicted, you are no longer conflicted. Things are making a lot more sense to you now than they were before. Also, there may be something to do with cars or vehicles. Perhaps you're getting a new car, or you're thinking about getting a new car, or strategies. You're coming up with strategies on how to move forward in the near future. Right now, you are the Ace of Wands, which leads me to believe that you have two aces in here. And so I'm getting that you have finally made up your mind about something, and now you are ready to move towards it. Whatever this new goal is, or this new thing that you want to see manifested. You've been planning it this whole time, but now you're ready to actually begin and actually do this thing. Whatever it is. Could be a new venture, a new project, a new road in your life, a new path in your life, a new passion in your life. A new way of doing things. In your surroundings, you have the Two of Pentacles. You may be trying to decide where you want to go, or out of two options, or where you want to build out of two locations. Whatever this foundation is that you want to plant seeds for, that you've been planning this whole time, you're deciding where's the best spot to do it. Do I do it here, or do I do it there? Do I pick this, or do I pick that? It definitely has to do with your surroundings, so I'm definitely getting a clear message about locations. So you don't necessarily have to make a decision right away. You may want to mull it over a little bit longer. Take your time, just don't juggle for forever. Eventually you will have to make some kind of a decision. As your hopes, not only are you wrapping up old things in order to make way for this new concrete project, whatever it is, it should end well. You may have been working behind the scenes, possibly, and now it's time for you to come out and perhaps surprise people with what you have been doing all along. You're being kind of mischievous, aren't you? In a fun way. Surprise! This is your hope, and that is that you will be received well for what you have done. Your general outcome is the Eight of Pentacles, which is working slowly but steadily towards your finishing projects. You may even have several projects going on at once, or even more than 2 projects going on at once. You have been steadily trying to regulate your energy into feeding all of these projects equally, which has possibly taken longer than if you just focused on one at a time. Then you would have finished one project, then finished another project. Instead, this feels like you have been distributing your energy equally, or feeding each project slowly but surely the whole time, and so you may end up finishing 3 projects all at once. But because you have been trying your best to have stamina and pace yourself, you're most likely going to be able to finish these things without being completely exhausted. Interesting. And also, your clarifier for that I pulled, because I felt like there was another message in here, is the High Priestess. So I also feel like, as your general outcome, you have been working on your intuition or your perceptive abilities, possibly even studying or working on esoteric knowledge or psychic skills. You've been honing them all along without possibly telling anybody. You perhaps know more about this than you're letting on. It's like you've been a student in private and all of a sudden you become a master and everyone's shocked. Or concerning these strategies and projects you've had going on, you have remained quiet about it, but your intuition and your gut knowledge about how to proceed has been guiding you this whole time. And because you have been trusting your gut or trusting your intuition on this, I feel like you're about to have a really good outcome. Very interesting, you guys. Wow. You Aquarian people have such interesting, strange minds. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Hopefully that made sense. And stay tuned for your bonus reading if you would like to watch it. It's going to be about love, career, and then your health. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Just thank you for being unique and such an amazing genius. Okay, take care.